Good to have you here in the booth. Dave Sims along with Mike Blowers. And last night we saw offense. If you wanted it, you got it last evening.
Cameron Maben with 4 RBIs in last night's ballgame. Every starter scored at least 1 run. And the Mariners took advantage of a defense that really struggled last night for the Rangers.
Final start of the season for James Paxton. He goes against Skyline High School's own Adrian Sampson.
For James Paxton, he went 4 innings in his last outing, 71 pitches. I think he'll probably go 6 innings today. Fastball at 95 miles an hour. Slider, curveball for Paxton. Obviously, his last start of the year.
Sampson was with the Mariners back in the 2016 season. Remember, he got out on the mound against Detroit, threw a couple of pitches, then his arm went.
Well, it's great to see him healthy and back on a mound. Again, this will be his 4th start, 5th outing for the Rangers. His fastball, sinking fastball at 91 miles an hour. Slider, changeup for Sampson.
Well, here we go. Game number 161 here at Safeco Field. And a big crowd has come out to get their Griffey Funko Pop collectibles. And we're glad you're here with us on Root Sports this Saturday evening. It's the Rangers and Mariners. Game 3 of a 4-game set wrapping up this season. First pitch is next.
Paxton has done it! It's a no-hitter on his native soil!
Well, the 2018 season is down to a precious 2 tonight and tomorrow. And this was a great Seattle sports day. The Sounders win 4-0 over Colorado. Come right next door, watch some baseball. Game 3, the Mariners taking on the Rangers as we welcome you. And this little guy, our future Mariner, welcome him to Safeco Field and you here on Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Cloudy night makes no difference. We're ready for action. James Paxton, his final start of the season. Let's take a look at the batting order he'll face tonight from the Texas Rangers.
Rangers are 8th in the American League in home runs. Jurickson Profar, he will lead things off. 20 home runs on the year. Then it's the Hall of Famer and cleanup hitter Adrian Beltre. Certainly will be a first ballot Hall of Famer hitting cleanup today for the Rangers. Delano DeShields will round out the 9 for Texas. And for James Paxton, last start of the season, a 3.85 ERA for him, 199 strikeouts. So looking to get to 200 strikeouts tonight. Opponents hitting just 221 against James. Defense. Deke Gordon has missed the last couple of days, but he is back in center field. Daniel Vogelback will get the start at first base, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. For James Paxton in his last outing, he's coming off the disabled list. 4 innings, 3 hits, couple of earned runs against the Oakland Athletics. There's 71 pitches in that outing.
For Big Pax, 154 innings, a career best. And he's aiming at that 160 mark, a nice even number for him. His previous best, 136 innings last year. This will be start number 28 for the big guy. He's got 2 complete games as well. As we are ready for action. Third time James facing the Rangers this year. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Nick Marley is the umpire behind home plate. Ryan Addison at first, Marvin Hudson at second, Quinn Wolcott at third. Profar 1 for 4 in last night's game. That 160. Pax can get 6 innings, get him to a $160. It's a nice even number for him and raises his plateau. He wants to go to 200 or better next year. Hopefully he can have all kinds of luck and good health next year too. Swing and a miss. Tagged by Zunino, 1 down. And for James Paxton, that's strikeout number 200 for the season. A career best. Extending his career best. He was at 156 last year.
And that was on the breaking ball. Looked like a curveball. Getting him to chase it.
He had that number in mind, didn't he?
You bet.
Brings up Rougned Odor.
It'll be interesting to see what will happen with him next year if he's able to get to 200 innings as far as how many strikeouts he would pick up. Where James's average fastball this year at 95 miles an hour. Slider, curveball. Opponent's hitting just 153 against his slider.
67 degrees, wind out of the northeast at 1, barely moving the flags. Odor into right center field for a base hit. Looking ahead, when you think of Paxton, you think of give him some 4-leaf clovers. Give him his own personal L screen when he's on the mound. He got hit by Jed Lowry earlier in the year. Let his back be healthy. Let him get 35 starts next year.
You just mentioned it with the 200 strikeouts on the season. Also had the game against Oakland where he had 16 strikeouts in a game. Of course, the no-hitter. So for him, it'd be interesting to see what he's capable of doing with 32, 33 starts over the course of a year.
Elvis Andrus, good night last night, 3 for 4. (12-6) Mariner win last evening. Good to see the boys break it out last night with help from the Rangers. A 7-run second. For Paxton, he faced the Rangers back on April 21st, went 4 innings at Texas, left the game trailing 5-3. Faced them again here at home on May 30th. 5 innings, left the game with a 4-2 lead. He's got 2 appearances, 2 no decisions, and a 7 ERA against the Rangers.
Well, that's the reason why his breaking ball is so important to him. His curveball and the slider or cutter for him. Rangers are an aggressive team and they want to hit the fastball. Even though James this year has had a plus fastball at times, they can still turn it around, so he'll have to be able to get to his curveball and slider.
Ball 2 strikes to Elvis Andrus. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 down.
And after the breaking ball, he comes right back with a fastball. 95 miles an hour. It'll be elevated, and on the inside corner, just throws it right by him.
Two down. Runner at first. Here's Adrian Beltre. 1 for 4, 2 runs knocked in last night. An RBI double and a sacrifice fly. Paxton pounding that zone. Beltre's had good numbers against Paxton. 9 for 17. Future Hall of Famer. One. Beltre, 5 years here with the Mariners. He's put up numbers. Whoa, look out. Starting out his career as a young kid with the Dodgers.
Now you talked to him, but do you have a feel? Do you think he'll play next year?
You know, when he was here, there's the Maple Grove. We were wondering where they were. They're up to our left on the third base side. The last time they were here, he was saying, I'm definitely coming back for one more. Talked to him 2 days ago. He said 50-50.
What do you think, then?
What do I think? I think he's going to come back. I think he'll give it another shot. Knowing him, he'll work his tail off, and coming back, he'll see how he feels during the course of the offseason. And if he's feeling it, he's going to come back.
We have been showing all the milestones that he's reaching, and I think he'd like to have a year where he's healthy and see if he can get to 500 home runs.
Put on a good note. I tell you what, he's pretty healthy on this stroke right here. This thing got mashed off of the wall.
Yeah, wave him home.
Odor to throw way offline, and way offline from Cano, and Beltre will take third on the throw. 1-0 Texas. Another RBI for Beltre, his 65th, his 23rd double. That thing was smoked.
Going to hit right in the middle of the wall in right center field. It was a nice play by D. Gordon in center. Gets it in quickly, hits the cutoff man, which was Robinson Cano, but the throw was wide of home on the relay.
E4 and Robbie. 1-0 Rangers. Double RBI, E4. There's no more Mazzara. Mazzara 1 for 4 with an RBI last night. Well, that stroke right there from Beltre pretty much tells you
he can still hit a fastball. It's 96 miles an hour on the fastball.
That's right. Be aware. We see him over in Surprise next March. It won't be a surprise.
So number 4 Mazzara, he has struggled lately.
Ground ball foul. Baxton coming into tonight's game. Opponent right-handers were hitting 199 against them. Left-handers 330. Maple Grove on the third base side. Usually we see him upper deck, left field, strike 3 call. So 3 strikeouts. A run on 2 hits and a runner stranded with an error made. 1-0 Rangers. Boy, things have gone well for Mitch Haniger since putting him in the leadoff spot. A 328 clip since moving into the one spot, the one hole there. Take a look. The Mariners batting order for tonight.
Mitch Haniger named Player of the Year in yesterday's ballgame for the Mariners. Nelson Cruz, the DH and cleanup hitter, 37 home runs, 97 RBIs. And D. Gordon has missed the last couple of games. Back in the lineup, he will round out the 9 for the Mariners. Adrian Sampson again. This will be his 4th start of the year. Just 16 1/3, 11 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .270.
First pitch to Haniger in there for a strike from Adrian Sampson. Skyline High School, grew up in Redmond.
Average fastball at 91 miles an hour. Slider changeup.
It's 2 for 4 last night with an RBI. Remember when Sampson was with the ball club with the Mariners in 2016, he was so excited about playing here for the club. June 23rd of that year, a couple of warm-up pitches on the mound in Detroit and had to come out of the game. We haven't seen him since. Came out before he even threw a first pitch in the contest. That was his warm-ups right before he was supposed to tee it up.
It's good to see that he was able to work his way back and get back to the big leagues. An opportunity with the Rangers.
8-4 AAA for the Rangers this year. 8-4 with a 3.77 ERA. 1-2 here to Mitch. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Game 161. Told that estimates were 30,000. It looks like it may exceed that. Mariners going to finish in the middle of the pack. Maybe a little bit better than that in the American League as Haniger swings through, one down.
Defense for the Rangers, it was a tough night for him, including Nomar Mazara, the right fielder. Ended up dropping a ball in right field with the bases loaded, really helped out the Mariners. Andrewson Odor will play up the middle. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, he will do the catching.
That was a 3-run error. Should have been the second out and kept that inning alive for the Mariners. They sent 11 men to the plate in the second inning, scored 7 times. Gene drops one in front of Mazara. This time a base hit. Good to have Gene back in the lineup. Last night Scott Service pulled him after he scored in the second inning. Didn't like the way he ran the bases. And so the skipper pulled him out of the ball game and didn't talk much about it before today's game, but he said, hey, he's back in there tonight.
Inside out swing, running in on his hand, soft line drive into right field.
Another hit for Segura. 7th in the league in hitting starting tonight. Here's Robbie Cano. Hot month of September. 4 for 5 last night. 2 runs batted in. This month he's hitting .346. He's got a season, the numbers up to .304.
Just hitting line drives all over the ballpark. I'd say over the last week to 10 days. He gets a fastball in the middle of the plate. He's been turning on it. Hitting the ball with authority, able to barrel it up.
Going back to the road trip when we started in Anaheim.
See the numbers in the last 10 games. .476 with a couple of home runs and a bunch of doubles.
Tied Lou Gehrig for 40th place all time. Double last night. If you're talking about Lou Gehrig and you're not saying today I consider myself, you're not talking about that. You're not talking about the movie or the speech he gave. You're talking about doubles. That's impressive. The Iron Horse. Sampson's got him 0-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Bring up Nelly. 1 for 3 with an RBI last night. 2 walks, a strikeout, had an RBI single on a 3-0 pitch. Actually, it was a double in the second inning. That was one of those Nelly doubles. You could hear it. He didn't have to be looking.
37 home runs. Let's see him get to 100 RBIs. Hopefully he'll be able to get there tonight.
We're all in. Maybe this is start. Deep drive. Left center field. Giddy up. Oh, he caught it at the wall. Wishful thinking, Michael. I was right with you.
Thought he had just enough of it.
Oh, 1-0 Rangers. Tomorrow is Kids Appreciation Day, presented by Iverson Kid Valley. Prize giveaways for all youngsters include TVs and Nintendo Switch bundles, courtesy of Root Sports, a kid's bike, and Mariners autographs. Plus, all kids 14 and under, they're going to get a Mariner Moose poster. Tickets at mariners.com. Game 162. Here's Ryan Ruin to lead off against Paxton. Swing and a miss. Pax struck out the side, but in between, give up a double to Odor and an RBI double to Belcher for the 1-0 Texas lead.
In the first inning, 18 pitches, 13 strikes, and he topped out at 96 miles an hour.
0-2 here to Ruin. Limited action for Ryan this year. And 3 pitches. Quick dismissal. 4 Ks. We're in the second inning. Wants to prove it to himself. Wants to prove it to the ball club, management, the skipper. Hey, I can go deep in the ball game, finish strong, and be ready for next year. It's got to be a lot of his impetus here tonight.
I think you mentioned it at the start, the 160 as far as his innings, his total of innings is important to him. At 154 1/3 at the start of today. And when he's been healthy, he has shown that he will pitch deep into ball games and can get stronger as the game goes on. It's just a matter of taking all of his starts. Another good breaking ball for him. This is his 28th start on the year.
So missed time after the Lowry liner off his forearm, and then he had the back issue. The liner was back on the 14th of August. So we didn't see him again until September 1st. Down the line, that's going to hook. Foul. This is his 4th start here in September. September 1, September 7, and we don't see him for 17 days. And here he is again today. 0-2.
96 on that fastball.
Pax 0-2. Just inside to Isaiah Kiner Falefa, the catcher. Tanner Falefa. Tell you what, they're dedicated. You got to love that. Gene will not be able to get him. Slow roller into the old 6-hole. Base hit. Carlos Tocci will be the hitter now. A left fielder. Tanner Falefa is aboard. Tanner Falefa 0 for 4 in Thursday's game. The first pitch strike by Paxton. See if Pax gets one of these years where everything goes right in terms of health and luck and everything. What's the number? 35 starts, maybe win 20 games. Guy's going to go deep in the games, go 7 on a regular basis.
Well, if he can go out and he can get his 34 starts and stay healthy, when you look at his innings, he probably would be in that, I don't know, 230 range.
Long run for Haniger into the corner. That is a foul ball.
I'd like to see where his strikeout numbers would be with 220 to 30 innings.
199 strikeouts coming in tonight at 154 and a third. So coming right at us.
The win total is tough though, because we saw Felix be one of the best pitchers in this league, and wins were tough for him just because of a lack of run support. So it kind of depends on the cast around him, but I think for him, he'll post some numbers if he gets 34 starts.
So it popped up. While this team is offensively way better than what Felix had, say, from years, what, 2009 to 2015-ish.
I would agree with that.
I mean, that's not close.
I would agree with that, yes.
So with that in mind,
he's a big part of it.
Absolutely. Continued growth from some other guys. Paxton should be in good shape. Here's the 0-2. Nice turnout this evening on a Saturday night. A little bit earlier start at 6:10. Such a good baseball town. Been a year of 87 wins, 73 losses for the Mariners. Back on July 5, 24 games over 500. And Zunino could not hold on. What do you think the fans think about? You and I were talking about this before we came on air. About, I was saying that 87 wins. Yes, there were some deficiencies when they were 24 over 500, but just felt that they could continue to maybe squeeze their way into the playoffs. And it is a disappointment. I mean, it's not like losing 100 games, don't get me wrong, but it is still disappointing.
Well, it's disappointing. You felt that you had a real chance to get there.
Well, the strikeout for Pax, he's got 5.
But I think, and I've said this before, it's always difficult to do it, but I think you have to give the A's some credit with the way that they have played over here in the second half. Playing 700, playing over 700 baseball made it awfully tough on them. Now the Mariners, they didn't keep the pace up that you were talking about, which is what they were able to do in the first half. But again, if you go back all the way back to spring training, and they're at 87, so if you would have said 88, 89 wins for them, I think a lot of people would have probably taken that, but it's still disappointing.
Shields, the hitter, in center field.
Gives you something to build off of, though, as you move forward going into next year.
Everybody and their brothers playing a speculation game as to what Jerry DiPoto and staff may do. What kind of things would you like to add to this ball club, or see it, or you know, or take a two-prong, add or certain improvements?
You know what? I've thought about it a lot, Dave, and it's an impossible question to answer until you know what's happening with Nelson Cruz. I think Nelson, whether he's here or not, is really going to dictate what you're going to do.
I would have that on, for me, that's at the top of my wish list, that he's back. Talk all you want about, man, he's a different 38, almost 39-year-old. Totally different.
Well, we've talked about it before. I think Edgar played till he was 41, 42 years old.
And what was that number he put up that one year?
Yeah, I don't remember, but he was awesome. And for Gar, eventually, you know, it was one of those things. But as a DH, I think that Nelson, with the way that he takes care of himself, he's going to be just fine. But both sides have to work something out, and I have no idea where that's at.
That's going to drop down. Connor Falefa is going to work his way to third. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Base hit for DeShields. Second hit in the inning, 4th of the game. If he's not back, man, is it going to be different? Scott Service had a lot of good things to say about Nelly. What he means to the lineup in the clubhouse, his routine, his preparation. Yes. Admire him, appreciate what he does. He produces. There's a guy that shows up every day. When he's really hot, he can hit 5-6 home runs at a point. And yes, he goes through his cold spells, but a great guy to have on the ball club. Top of the order, here's Profar. D. Gordon. And make that Haniger. D never saw it. Haniger came in. D had his arms out. Very reassuring to have Haniger out there, had his eye on it all the way, made the play. Of the 18 season. Join in the wintertime fun at Safeco Field beginning November 23rd with Enchant. Make incredible memories at the world's largest Christmas light maze, ice skating with friends and family, and enjoy nightly live music and shows. Tickets on sale right now. Mariners.com/enchant. Good crowd here this evening, this Saturday. Here's Denard Span, 277 hitter with the Mariners in 92 games. Bunt. Samson fields and throws him out.
Samson, 10 pitches, 9 strikes in the first inning. And now he gets a chance to field his position. Denard trying to bunt for a base hit. Romero Supermo, the barehanded play. Quick release to first.
Going down brings out the Mariner third baseman Kyle Seager. 220, 22 homers, 77 runs batted in with 35 doubles. One of the things the Mariners want to see, and so will Kyle, and see him pick up that batting average at 220. StatCast AI powered by AWS. Seager coming into this season a career 263 hitter.
7 consecutive years for Kyle with 55 extra base hits. All the average down. Still hitting with some power.
Kyle last year 249, prior to that 16 he had 278. Any kind of success the Mariners are going to have, he can get back around that 260, 270 mark. It's going to be really big. 1 out, nobody on. And he's called out on strikes, 3rd strikeout for Sampson. There's 2 down.
He is throwing a lot of strikes. 15 pitches, 13 strikes. Daniel Vogelback getting the start at first base.
Don't you hate it when you see a guy pitching in his hometown and he's extra jacked?
Yeah, I would say that is probably true if you're in the other dugout. Not happy about it.
There's Vogelback, 213, 4 homers and 13 runs batted in. Center field, right at DeShields. Another economical inning for Adrian Sampson. It was a 1-0 lead. Go Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by Virginia Mason Primary Care. Ferry's doing some good work moving people around here, Puget Sound area. Good to have you with us at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew on a cloudy night, but a good crowd. This next to last game of the 2018 season. Good crowd here at Safeco Field, upwards of 30,000. James Paxton has racked up 5 strikeouts in 2 innings, but has given up a run on 4 hits. Breaking ball to Odor. Start the 3rd. Odor, Andrews, and Beltre, 2, 3, and 4 for the Rangers.
Both starters throwing a lot of strikes through 2 innings. Paxton 39 pitches, 32 strikes. First pitch strike to 8 of the first 10 batters.
Chris Davis, 2-run homer, is 48th for the Angels. 2-0 lead at the Angels in the 2nd. Sorry to see your home run record go, Mike.
Yep. Talked about it yesterday. We knew it was going to happen.
Happened early today. Yankees 8-5 winners at Boston.
They're at 266 now, I believe, and 97 team is at 264.
They held the distinction for a good run, pal.
Not too bad.
2-1. All right, so now that you know the Yankees have home field in that AL wild card, obviously it depends. I'd like to see who's going to start, but what's your feeling at this point? And it's subject to change, I understand.
I almost feel that it doesn't matter who starts, to be honest with you. I think when you look at both of those bullpens, whoever ends up with the lead early, nice play by Kyle, snagging the line drive. But I think you look at both bullpens, whoever gets a lead early, they're going right to the pen and trying to shut the game down. So, you know, you better score early, basically. Whoever scores first probably is going to have the best chance to win that game.
At what point, and depending on these, would you anticipate Booney or Bob Melvin going to that pen early, 4-5?
I would not be surprised at all, even if we see them in the third.
Okay, and that's why I asked, because
especially on the Oakland side of things.
Because they have the numbers, right? The numbers of guys.
Well, and you know what? You can extend them out. If you need guys to pitch a couple of innings as opposed to their usual one, you can do that when you talk about Rodney and Familia, Trevino, Trinan, all of those guys. Look, it's all on the line right there. It's one game.
Yep.
And the Yankees certainly can do the same thing with the depth of their bullpen.
We saw they had to do it last year. Remember, Severino had a lousy first inning. They got him out in our heartbeat, and they bullpen it the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, you can't save anybody for anything. You just, have to do what you can to try to win that one game.
1-1 to Elvis Andrus. Dodgers clinch a playoff spot. Just a matter of who's going to win the division out west. And right now, Washington leads Colorado in Denver 5-1 in the fifth.
Well, and the other thing too, when you talk about the Yankees and the A's, the one thing that we also know is both of those teams hit the ball out of the ballpark, so the game can change on a pitch.
1-2. Cardinals hanging by a thread for the second wild card. They stopped there by Zunino, 2-2. To Elvis Andrus, 1 out, nobody on, 1-0 in a belt trade double, RBI double in the first. Maple Grove, pretty good numbers tonight, swing and a miss. Here we are in the third inning, and Patrick, James Paxton has 6 strikeouts as they sound the eagle. That's the other sound effect. Time now for a Geico. This day in MLB history. 1954, maybe, and man, still one of the great catches of all time. Dusty Rhodes, he hits the second walk-off home run in this series. Giants beat the Indians 5-2. It's also the series in which Willie Mays made that great catch off of the bat of Vic Wertz. Game 1, D. Gordon tracking this one. He's there. And Willie Mays made that catch in Game 1 of that series. 1-0 Rangers. to the game? Well, it's a quick and easy trip on the Sounder train, Link Light Rail, and ST Express buses. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org. Now you've taken that a few times for day games. Swing and a miss. Mike Zunino leading off. Mike 0 for 5, 4 Ks last night. Sampson has given up a first inning single to Segura. Registered 3 strikeouts already as we play here in the third.
Working ahead, 8 batters, 7 first pitch strikes. 18 pitches, 15 strikes from him. Fastball's been 90, 91 miles an hour. Pretty good slider. Some a few change-ups.
Two and 2 to Mike. Zunino, Gordon, and Haniger 8, 9, and 1 here in the Mariners' third. 2-2 pitch. Looking bat, wow. Bat helicoptered all the way through the shortstop position into the outfield. Can't blame Adrian Sampson for flinching. Man, that was scary. That bat was whirly birding through the infield. Look at this.
In on his hands, just saws it in half, and he picks up the baseball, but out of the corner of his eye, he can see the barrel going past him, flinching a little bit right there, and that will be an infield hit. A lot going on.
Give me an idea what that's like when you spanning up the ball can come at you at a big MPH, but now you got the bat to worry about too.
I mean, at third base, and you can see where Profar is now playing in. I've had it happen to me when I'm at third, and you notice you can see it out of the corner of your eye, and you know it's coming your way. You can't tell how close it is because you're still trying to watch the ball and make a play. So it can cause some problems, and he flinched a little bit, so I know that he was able to pick it up. And that just that little bit of time where you take your eye off the ball is the difference in making the play, and I don't think you can blame anybody for not noticing it.
D. Gordon, a great first half. Toe injury has hampered him just a little bit. Took a little bit away from his game. Sampson out of Redmond at Skyline High School, 6'2", 210. I'm sure he's got a lot of friends and family here at the ballpark. 1-0 pitch here to D. Gordon. Popped it up and it's playable. Left fielder Tochi coming in, and he calls off Andrews. 1 away. A reminder, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Back to the top of the order, Mitch Haniger struck out to open up the Mariners home first. One. Adrian Sampson, his first appearance here at Safeco Field, and this is a rocket in the left field, base hit.
Well, the Mariners with a couple of hits in the inning. Fastball at 90. It's on the inner half of the plate. Jams him a little bit, probably off the label, but lines it into left field. If he's going to hit until they stop playing games. I mean, what a year he's having.
Baseball writers, Mariners Player of the Year, Mitch Haniger.
Segura had a base hit into right field his first time up.
Jumped on that one a little bit too quick. Hit out in the stands, hit a chair, and a fan held his hand up. There he is right there, and it came right to him.
Have to be ready to make the play.
He was. He turned around. He had it tracked, and there it was. Boom, right in his hand. Nice job. See, going the other way. Zunino. We get the stop sign from Scott Brocious. 1 out. Zara gets it back in there, loaded up for Robbie Cano. Multi-hit game for Gene Segura, his 52nd. He's in the top 10 in that category.
Looks like a slider or a cutter out over the plate. A couple of base hits into right field for him. One an inside-out swing, this time just going with the pitch.
He can hit. Really fun watching him swing the bat. Ditto, this guy right here, Robbie Cano, struck out on 3 pitches. Big opportunity right here. Beltre, an RBI double in the first, is the difference in this game. There are the career numbers for Mr. Cano with the bases filled. Ball 1. Big opportunity here for the Mariners. Bottom 3rd. One to Robbie. Hit to the shortstop, Andrews, and they turn 2, and a Mariner threat dies in the 3rd. To the 4th inning we go, 1-0 Rangers. Closing easy to use standings. Look at that. Brewers, they're taking a 6-5 lead over the Tigers in the 7th. And our Jet closing easy to use standings. Here's how they look. Milwaukee would tie the Cubs with the win, and the Rockies are losing at home to Colorado. So that would make all 4 of those teams locked up going into tomorrow. And the wild card, whoever finishes second in the Central will host a wild card game coming up next week. That's quite a jumble.
Talking about the Brewers, how about the year Yelich is having? He's the one that hit the home run to give him the lead tonight.
He's had 2 home runs tonight.
He has an opportunity for the Triple Crown.
He's currently tied with Matt Carpenter, 36 home runs. Started the day leading in average. And with the 3 ribbies to this point, He's 2 behind Javier Baez in the RBIs. He also has, he was tied for the lead in total bases. He was tied for 3rd in hits and 2nd in runs. We liked him, what, 4 or 5 years ago. We said, who's this kid? We know now. Zara fouls one back.
James Paxton still throwing a lot of strikes. He looks strong tonight. 55 pitches, 41 strikes, 14 batters, 11 first pitch strikes. Fastball is topped out at 96. Showing a plus curveball.
Cano can't get him too much speed on that slow roller. Base hit for Mazzara. Shift hurt that time.
Yeah. Robbie ranging to his right, but was also well out onto the grass, so he had to cover a lot of ground, able to get to it. Mazzara runs well, right fielder for the Rangers. Infield hit.
The Brewers in the playoffs. I get time. I'll make a point to listen to Bob Uecker's Rua swings through. That'll be fun listening to you call a playoff game.
Yes, it will.
Ryan Rua, first time up, struck out on 3 pitches. Any of those divisions are tied after tomorrow, they will have a playoff on Monday to see who wins the division and who will be the wild card. 0-2 here. Paxton with 6 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. Hasn't walked anybody. Gave up an RBI double to Beltre in the first. Paxton in his career, 12 previous starts, 2-4 record against the Rangers, 4.98 ERA. Inside, 2-2. Two to Rua. Found back. Next year at this time, Pax would love to be among the leaders in innings pitched and strikeouts starting today. Corey Kluber led the league 210 innings. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, got him. That's 7th strikeout.
For a bunch of fastballs in a row at 96 miles an hour, puts him away with the slider at 90, bottom of the zone.
Mariners thank Holland America Line for their support of both the community and Mariners baseball by making a donation to Seattle Children's Hospital for each strikeout this season. Big Pax with 7 as we play here in the 4th. Up the middle, it should be double play. Gene Narabi over to Big Bogey. Here's Mariners' first double play to go to the home 4th. Cruz, Span, and Seager coming up 1-0 Rangers. Go Field coming this fall on Root Sports. Another exciting year of Gonzaga basketball. They're ranked top 5 in the preseason polls. Zags have another loaded roster. Head coach Mark Few. Tell you what, he's excited about this ball club. Trying to go to the NCAA tournament for the 21st consecutive time. So check out the full schedule on gozags.com and catch all the action all season long right here on Root Sports. Marco Gonzalez, proud alum of Gonzaga, coming off a fine performance in his last outing. There's Nelson Cruz, followed by Denard Span and Kyle Sigurnelli. Went deep to left center field on the track. It was caught with the third out in the first inning. Sampson getting a lot of opportunities to fill his position today. One away.
So far, he is going right after the Mariners. His fastball has been 90-91 with some sink to it. But aggressive with the fastball and a slider. Throwing a lot of strikes. 31 pitches, 23 strikes for him.
Denard Span tried to bunt his way on, was thrown out by Sampson, back in the second, leading off. Ball one. Sampson acquired via waivers from the Mariners by the Rangers on November 2nd of 2016. One. 1-2 here to Span. Outfield tilted left and not deep for Span. 93rd game with the Mariners for Denard. 7 homers and 30 runs batted in. One-two pitch and off the glove of Kiner Falefa.
And another fastball at the top of the strike zone. 90-91, he's not afraid to pitch inside. Do that a number of times.
Signs one more time. And Span down swinging. 4th strikeout, 2 away. Bring up Kyle Seager. In the one game that Adrian Sampson did pitch for the Mariners, June 18 of 2016, it was at Boston. 4 2/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. Faced 21 batters, 85 pitches. 6-2 loss for the Mariners. Then again, his second start on June 23rd. There were 2 warm-ups, getting ready to start the first inning, and a lot of discomfort and had to leave the game. And later on in November that year, 2016, Mariners waived him and the Rangers picked him up. Scott Brocious just made a lifelong fan. Tossing the ball to foul ball to a fan. Swing and a miss.
Starting to mix in his changeup to the left-handed hitters. Running it off the outside corner. A changeup down. Well located pitch.
Adrian Beltre's 2 out. RBI double the difference in this game. That was in the first inning. Run on 5 hits for Texas. No runs, 4 hits, and an error by the Mariners. The 0-2. Odor out in medium right field. He's there to make the play. Sampson throws a 1-2-3 4th. A 1-0 lead. Mike, as he gets the 160 or better. He's looked good here, giving up just the 1 run. He struck out 7.
Yeah, 7 strikeouts. He's topped out at 96 miles an hour. Pretty good curveball and slider to go along with it. Great command of the strike zone. He made the one mistake with the fastball to Beltre. That's the difference in the game so far, but and throwing a lot of strikes. 17 batters face 14 first pitch strikes for him.
Carlos Tocci leads off, the left fielder, followed by Delano DeShields, the center fielder, and then Jurickson Profar, the third baseman. Backs ahead here, 0-2.
66 pitches, 50 strikes.
Earlier this season, a career best 16 strikeouts back on May 2nd against Oakland. Breaking ball hit foul. Paxton, the second leading winner on the Mariner Ball Club. Haniger coming in, he'll have room. One away. Stay in touch with the Mariners all year long. Follow the Mariners on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. You'll get the inside scoop on all things Mariners, as well as special offers and contests. For more info, visit mariners.com/connect. Paxton going for his 12th win. Marco Gonzalez leads the ball club with 13. Mike Leake has 10 wins. Here's DeShields, single to center, first time up. Back to strike 1-1. Rangers come in with a record of 67 and 93. not been a good year. Duh. Jeff Bannister fired a couple of weeks ago. Matter of fact, last week when we were down there. Don Wakamatsu, manager of the Mariners in 09 and 10, took over. Last place in the West.
Let's see what they decide to do this winter as far as who's going to run the ball club.
Mark said he feels good either way. He'll gladly take the job. If not, he'll figure something out as Gene throws out a speedy Delano de Shields for the second out here in the fifth. Top of the order, Profar, Jurickson Profar. Led off the game striking out. It was season strikeout number 200 for Paxton. Second time up, he flied out to right. Another first pitch strike.
20 home runs this year, 77 RBIs, getting a chance to lead off today. Switch hitter.
Versatile player.
Another hitter with the big leg kick.
And shoots one through the hole. Base hit. Sixth hit for the Rangers.
Knee high, right in the middle of the plate. Breaking ball, looked like a curveball that time. Finds a hole on the left side of the infield.
Two outs, runner at first. Hopefully don't part Nick Marley. Hey, I need some more baseballs. Get Jordan out there. He's ready to run some out. Odor, the base hit to right and line out to Seager. 2-0.
Odor with 18 home runs on the year. James will have to locate a fastball to get back into the count. Be a fastball away.
2-0. Foul ball. His approach pretty simple. It looks like he's trying to take everything out of the yard.
It's been like that for a number of years now.
Back-to-back years we had 33 and 30. Hey, it's got some pop. Count evens at 2-2. 2 outs, runner at first. Here in the fifth, 1-0 on a Beltre first inning RBI double. Two. Swing and a miss. Got him. End of the inning. That's 8 strikeouts for Paxton as he strands a runner. When we come back, bottom third of the order for the Mariners, Daniel Vogelbach will lead it off. BSB Brown Sugar Bourbon. You can't spell baseball without BSB. Nightfall here in Seattle. Lovely night. Good to have you with us here. Game number 161 for the Mariners and the Rangers. 1-0. Adrian Beltre, first inning RBI double with 2 outs. The only tally so far. Here comes Daniel Vogelbach, followed by Mike Zunino and D. Gordon. Vogie lined out to center his first time up. Adrian Sampson out of Skyline High School, throwing a heck of a ball game through 4 with 4 strikeouts and a double play to help him. And there's a bullet base hit center field. Good start to the Mariners' 5th.
Staying aggressive tonight. There's no line drive to center field, pouring out also on the first pitch.
I like the fact that he has a discerning eye, but he can really hit him. He can hurt a baseball.
Well, that's a fastball on the outside corner at the top of the strike zone. Not an easy pitch to get to, but he's able to line it in the center.
There's Mike Zunino. Hit a broken bat infield hit with 3/4 of his bat whirly birding through the infield. This one driven to left. Gonna stay in the yard. Tochi's right there, just short of the track. 1 away. Time now for a CenturyLink What's Next. And last time we have to read that one for this season. Giovanni Gallardo spent some time with the Mariners. He's healthy this year. Talked to him the other day. He goes against Roenis Elias, who gets a start. Second time for Gallardo with the Rangers.
Looking forward to watching Elias tomorrow. He's pitched well, 2.93 ERA. His fastball's been 94 to 96 with the curveball and changeup.
Stop using that drop down sidearm pitch, and he's been a lot more effective. Pitching staff, coaching staff with Mel Stoudemire Jr. and Jim Brower, I said the numbers don't reflect well when you use that pitch. You may want to let it go.
Put it in your pocket.
Yeah, and it's worked out for him. He competes like heck. Sampson fielding that position. Oh, he hit too much on that one. The Mariners will take that break. Vogie digging for third. Here's the throw. Too high. Overthrow him. D gets the second. A little bit of movement here.
We saw a little bit of that last night, didn't we?
Whoop, 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 whoop. That turned into an adventure. Mariners will take it.
High throw to Andrews coming across the bag off the top of his glove. Daniel sees it in right center. And then another high throw from DeShields. Supermo in the throw.
Sampson would be the first to tell you he was under that throw, not on top of it.
A good chance for Mitch Haniger to drive in a run. Mitch with 92 RBIs on the year.
Nice to see Vogie carrying the mail, first to third. E1, E8. Infield halfway. Fly ball driving Tochi back. Makes the catch, slams into the wall. Vogelbach will score. On one ball game. Gallant effort. He's hurt. They got to give him some help. All-out effort.
Something with his hip, and he slams into the wall. It goes right to the ground as he's throwing the ball back in.
Feeling for it. It's sold out. Goodness is up and standing.
You never want to see anybody get hurt, but especially at this point in the year. All these guys would like to go into the winter so that they can prepare for next year and not have to rehab. So hopefully he's going to be okay. He's trying to walk it off.
Adrenaline really kicks in about this time, right?
Yeah, I think for him right now, that's why they're asking him a bunch of questions and make him run a little bit. Right now, he's just taking inventory.
He's too young to have a hip problem. Come on. All right. He's going to be a gamer.
Yeah, good for him.
The old hang with him next time, know where you are, right? That's a baseball players break chops more than anybody, more than football players and basketball players.
Oh, he was hearing it right there.
There's no question.
Looks like Profar was giving it to him. I'm sure that Andrews was in the middle of it too. And I don't think he cares right now at this particular moment. Great catch.
Love the effort. That was really outstanding. So D. Gordon with extra plus speed at second, 2 outs. D. Gordon, Segura's had a good night swinging the bat, 2 for 2, both hits going to right field. One ball game. Center field, easy play to Shields. Mariners tied up on the sac fly by Mitch Haniger as we go to the 6th. Distraction occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone. Let's reach our target zero goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family and 0 traffic deaths in our state. Mitch Haniger with a sac fly. Tied it up. RBI for Mitch, his 93rd. James Paxton through 5. Gives him 159 in the 3rd innings. He's got 8 Ks tonight, no walks, giving up a run on 6 hits. Andrews has already struck out twice, is behind already.
81 pitches, 61 strikes.
Andrews, Beltre, and Mazzara. That'll get down for a base hit. Fought that thing off. We want you in the conversation. For up-to-date game info and live interaction, be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out. Stay connected with Roots Sports. Here's Beltre. First inning, 2-out RBI double. A bullet off the fence in right center. Flied out to center field a second time up.
Now on the double, he turned around a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So James is starting with the curveball this time at 82.
That's really good two-strike hitting. Good look at that breaking ball. 0-2.
And for James, he left the curveball up. Typically with his curveball, he'll try to throw it at the bottom of the zone or down out of the strike zone.
Oh, 2 to Beltre. Oh, a good thought there. 1-2.
It's a good pitch. 0-2. Typically after the good fastball inside, and that was 96 in off the plate, he'll go back to the slider, try to get him to swing over the top of it.
Haniger, a long run towards the line, foul ball. And Beltre's at bat continues.
And that was the slider. I think he wanted it down out of the strike zone. It's middle away.
Ball and 2 strikes. Fought it off again.
His best fastball, top of the zone, 97 miles an hour. You see Tracer had it right on the line, top of the zone.
Milwaukee trying to close out Detroit at 6-5 Brewers. Top of the 9th. And there's 2 outs in that game. Outside. Jeremy Jefferson, his second tour of duty with Milwaukee, trying to close it down. Colorado losing at home 6-2 to Washington. Dodgers beat the Giants earlier 10-6. A lot of late runs in that one. 2-2. Struck him out. 9 strikeouts for James Paxton. 1 out here in the 6th. That's a good heater. Here's Mazzara, struck out looking and got an infield hit, was later erased in a double play back in the 4th. Robbie was in the shift out short right field.
James is at 90 pitches. Justin Graham getting loose in the pen.
Gets through this inning. That'll give him 160 in the 3rd innings for the season. Bouncing ball to Cano. Get that lead runner. Turn that baby. They do. So Paxton 6 innings. He's got 160 and a 3rd under his belt. It's a 1-1 game. the Emerald City. Seattle Brewers close it out 6-5 over the Tigers. They are tied in the National League Central. Look at that. It's a bitter rivalry too, boy. Mariners will be playing the Central Division next year. We have one trip where we go to Texas, go to the Cubs, and then go back to Texas. Mike, I know you'll enjoy that one.
I will. Looks like James Paxton probably going to be over now. Nick Vincent getting loose in the pen, so James over 90 pitches. 91 pitches to be exact. 68 strikes, so.
Gives him 160 and a third innings for the season.
9 more strikeouts for him. 208 on the year.
There you go. How nice was that double play that Robbie just turned with Gene?
They look easy,
that
right?
Was sweet. Strikeout and a double play tonight for Robbie. 4 for 5, 2 runs batted in last night. We mentioned big crowd, 31,780. Game 161. Both of these teams. Nick. How about the local kid, Adrian Sampson? He's acquitted himself nicely through 5 here.
He's really thrown the ball well. With the 1 run, but only 5 hits.
Struck out 4, hasn't walked anybody.
A couple of errors have hurt him. One of them his. He was going to have a chance for a double play ball, then throwing the ball in the center field. An aggressive swing by Cano. High fastball, probably up out of the zone. He fouls it straight back.
Fights it off left field. Tochi out there makes the play. 1 out in the 6th. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find out your fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Yeti cooler just for participating. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. A special congratulations and kudos on a magnificent career to David Wright, the Mets captain, who hung him up after tonight's game. A high fly ball off the bat of Nelson Cruz. Gonna bring rain. The Shields there. But injuries really plagued David Wright. Man, he got a lot of love. They had him go out on the field by himself. That wasn't that great?
Tremendous third baseman, yes.
And then after he took, I guess, he came out in the field one more time later on in the game, and then he got a chance to thank everybody. Hugs all around, big salute by the Marlins bench. It was great. Same injuries really shut his career down, but one of the good guys. And they play in the 11th inning, scoreless. Mets and Marlins in New York. 2 outs for Denard Span. Tried to bunt his way on. Was thrown out by Sampson. Struck out in the 4th. Mariners trailed in the 1st inning. Adrian Beltre 2 out. 2-2 count. He doubled off the right field wall. Right center field wall for a 1-0 lead. And then Mitch Haniger tied it with a sac fly in the 5th. Coming on is the right fielder Mazzara. And the Mariners are gone 1-2-3 in the 6th. 1-1 game. innings. They get his total up to 160 in a third innings. Time now for T-Mobile's Built for Baseball. Mike?
It was a great way for him to finish his season. Able to get past 160 innings, 160 in the third, 208 strikeouts. His fastball today topped out at 97 miles an hour. Had the slider and the curveball. Great command of the strike zone. Dominating stuff in his last outing of the year.
9 strikeouts, no walks. And that fastball doing some good work and 2 really fine double plays. This one's really sweet. Look at this one.
When you think about it, outside of the double by Beltre, a lot of weak contact like on those 2 double plays.
Yeah.
6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Didn't walk anybody. 9 strikeouts, 91 pitches, 68 strikes.
Down by Big and Plumbing Pole to the pen.
And Nick Vincent will take over. Fastball at 90, cutter, slider. Will be his 62nd appearance on the year.
He's got Ryan Rua as the first hitter. Rua, Kiner, Falefa, and Carlos Tochi. Rua, a couple of strikeouts this evening. Two-0. Ooh, oh baby. Nick Marley, hope he's okay. Man, he took that flush. What a shot. Wow. Occasional hazard.
Shook it off quickly.
Yeah, he did. Two one. 4's in a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Look out. Wow. A little off, and Zunino holds on to the foul tip. 1 away. Right. Still wide awake at 7:47.
That's after a nap. Ready to go.
Good start for Nick Vincent. He's got Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Infield hit, bounced into a double play. D. Gordon giving some ground. He's got room. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the 7th. 2019 Mariners season tickets. They're on sale right now. And when you put down a deposit, you can select your seats for next season. For details on joining the club as a Mariners season ticket holder, visit mariners.com/19. Carlos Tochi. Neck looking pretty sharp tonight.
His fastball has been right at 90 with the cutter. Cutter's 87, 88. He's had pretty good command of it.
Right field, easy play, Mitch Haniger. 1, 2, 3, go the Rangers in the 7th. Home 7th, stretch time. Kyle Seager to lead things off. We got a 1-1 ball game here at Safeco Field. Good to have you with us. Big crowd on the next to last game of the season. 31,780. A lot of giveaways tonight. Season ticket appreciation night. Very comfortable evening too. 64 degrees. Right now the Mariners looking for some runs. Sac fly from Mitch Haniger in the 5th tied it at 1-1. Beltre put Rangers in front in the 1st inning on a 2-out RBI double off the right center field wall. See if Seager can pop one here. He struck out, popped out the 2nd.
Adrian Sampson has really thrown the ball well. Again, a couple of errors helped the Mariners out to score the 1 run.
Kyle with 22 homers, 77 runs batted in. Average not where he'd like it at 219. Mentioned strikeout, looking at a pop out the 2nd. Odor almost halfway out to right field. Almost an I formation with the right fielder Mazzara. It is football season, Mike, in addition to baseball season.
Yes, it is.
I don't think he was fond of that call.
It's Colomé starting to get loose.
Alex was outstanding in the 8th inning last night. Got out of worked his way into and out of trouble. Three and 1 to Kyle. He
had a pitch to hit. You can see him grimace a little bit. 92, middle away.
We've seen him cover that a lot over the years.
That's been the difference this year for him. Talking to Edgar Martinez, he's missing the fastball, and that's a fastball count.
The Shields can run, not going to get it. Seager with a leadoff double. Go-ahead run is aboard. Kyle is 36th. 2-base hit.
He's able to cover that fastball, and it was a pretty good pitch. Well located on the outside corner. Primera Supermo will barrel it up. Another extra base hit for Kyle. 7 consecutive seasons with at least 55 extra base hits. He'll add to that total.
Second to Haniger in doubles. Mitch with 38.
That will bring up Daniel Vogelback. Daniel has been aggressive tonight. Solid line drive base hit in the center field his last time up. He will be looking for something to pull. Kyle at second base and nobody out. Mike Zunino waiting on deck.
Bogey with the grand slam down in Houston. He had a big home run down in Anaheim. He had another home run here where he hit it above the Hit It Here Cafe. How about revisiting that? Oh, there, no, it's not. For a second there from up here, it looked like he might have gotten that one, but a cast out there and popped it up. 1 out, runner at second. MLB at bat. You know what? It's your #1 Mariners app. Customize your experience. Catch every moment this season with the Mariners home screen icons and features, such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at bat today. 1 out for Zunino. Infield hit and a fly to left. Ball 1. Kyle back. Longest stint of Sampson's career. Here he is pitching in the 7th. Homers, 44 runs batted in for Mike Zunino. At this moment, his batting average at 202. Throw down to second. On 2 strikes.
Yeah, Mike missing a couple of fastballs. That last fastball a little away. Definitely on the plate.
Canner Falefa doing a Martin Maldonado, being very aggressive, throwing it down to second. Maldonado, big arm catcher with the Astros. 1-2 pitch. One out, go ahead and run it second. Foul ball. Paxton started, went 6 strong innings, a 9 strikeout performance. Adrian Sampson is going all the way for the Rangers.
68 pitches, 50 strikes for him. 2 seam fastballs.
Time call by the catcher. I like the way umpires have noticed it this year. I don't know if they've been doing it in the past, but I think I've only really noticed it this year. Time call, they'll point to the catcher, the batter. Two to Mike. Full count.
And we'll find out if he wants to challenge him. B. Gordon waiting.
Seager ready to take off. 3-2 pitch. See if Mike can get something here. Popped it up. Tochi's under it. Season finale century brings you what's next. Giovanni Gallardo spent some time with the Mariners. Goes against Roenis Elias. Started off tomorrow. Coverage begins at 11:30. And don't forget, all Major League games start at the same time tomorrow. It'll be 12:10 Pacific. A lot of interest in that National League Central and the National League West. Races to be determined. D turns on it, but too quickly. Redstone an error by Sampson in the 5th. Flied out to left in the 3rd inning. It's going to get out of play. Gordon trying to pick up the lead run, the go-ahead run here. A run on 7 hits, 2 errors for the Rangers. Run on 6 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. 0-2. Right at you, Mike.
Nope.
Real short. Still got the movement, kid. You got the good movement to the right.
You've been keeping me busy on this homestand, it seems.
I don't know, about a month ago, you guys got one on here. I was on the radio side. Man, that thing was on in a beat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Golly.
They have wheels on these chairs.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. The Mariners going to take the lead right here. Base hit B. Gordon. He's going to go for extra bases. He's got in high gear. He's going for 3. He's throw me out. Throw me out. They don't. He's in with a triple. They dared him to get him at third. D. Gordon with his 8th triple of the season. It's 36th RBI, and the Mariners have a 2-1 lead.
A clutch base hit and a lot of speed on the triple. He hit the line drive down into the corner on a fastball. An easy double for him, but he decided he was going all the way to third, and he was flying around the bases. Don Wakamatsu out to the mound.
Enjoy this run. He's thinking 3 all the way. And here comes the extra gear right here. Helmet stayed on, and he's in there. That is fun to watch. Let's see a lot more of that next year. 2-1 Mariners. Will take a break. A 2-out, 2-strike RBI triple, and it chases starter Adrian Sampson out of Skyline High School.
Really threw the ball well tonight. 6 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. He's responsible for D. Gordon at third base. Didn't walk anybody. Had 4 strikeouts tonight. Connor Sadzik will take over. 12 appearances, has yet to give up an earned run. Opponents hitting 156 against him. Good fastball at 96 miles an hour, slider curve.
Saw this big rookie last week in Arlington. Big kid, 6'7", 240. First pitch at 98, up high to Mitch Haniger. Sac fly, tied it back in the 5th. Single in the 3rd, struck out leading off the home first.
Colomé ready to go in the Mariner pen. Pitch the top of the 8th.
Take there by Mitch, 2-0. 3-0. And protectors for D. They do look like soccer goalie gloves. Look at this.
You keep him healthy, why not?
Start a new trend like the Hawk Harrelson did, right?
Yeah, there you go.
4-pitch walk. Haniger's aboard. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Eugene Segura. He's got 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3. How about this one? To get the game started, raise the scarf. Edwin Diaz had the honor earlier today. Across the way at CenturyLink. Nice. Sounders 4-0 win over Colorado. Sure, he was greeted nicely there, warmly. Doug Brocail, pitching coach, out speaking with Sadzik.
Left-hander Alex Claudio just starting to get loose. Buying some time for him with Cano on deck.
Segura, a couple of base hits to right and a fly to center. Segura 0 for 1 against Sadzik. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1. The other way. Third base hit, right field for Gene Segura. Mariners extend the lead. 3-1 as Gordon scores. RBI for Gene is 63rd. Haniger moves up to second.
And for tonight, he continues to hit the ball the other way. They mentioned 3 hits for him. Solid line drive, base hit to pick up an RBI. And with the base hit, Don Wakamatsu going to make the pitching change. It'll be Claudio.
So Alex Claudio will take over. He'll face Cano when we get back. Couple of runs in. Couple of runners aboard. 3-1 Mariners. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win by Jack in a Box this season. A Mariners double play means free jumbo jacks from Jack in a Box by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. and by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And a good inning here in the 7th for the Mariners. RBI triple with 2 outs, D. Gordon. RBI single, Gene Segura with a 3-1 lead. Alex Claudio takes over now for the Rangers.
65 appearances, 4.5 ERA, 41 strikeouts, over 13 walks. Opponents hitting .327 against him. His fastball on average 86 miles an hour. His best pitch is a changeup. He will mix in a slider, side armor.
A lot of motion.
One time he was their closer.
Robbie Cano 3 for 14 with a homer against Claudio. Tonight Robbie struck out, bounced into a double play, and fly to left. Haniger at second, Segura at first. And that's a standard issue breaking ball from Alex Claudio. Fooled him. 0-2. I'm trying to keep this inning alive so Nelly Cruz can swing the bat. Robbie, the 7th man to the plate here in the 7th inning. We've seen so many times coming down the stretch, Mike. Guys try to hold the ball and think something good's going to happen.
You know that Robbie's going to call timeout if he takes too much time, and that's exactly what happened, as he should.
Up the middle, get a little top spin. It does. Haniger scores. Gene to third. Robbie Cano, base hit and an RBI. It's 4-1 Mariners. 50th run batted in for Cano. Terrific inning. And all this damage happening with 2 outs.
Well, the Mariners tonight are 4 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
Nelly's sitting at 97. Table set for him to get an even 100 with a bing bong here. .37 home runs, 97 runs batted in. Picked up RBI number 97 last night.
Comes back with a changeup.
8th man to the plate here, inning number 7. A little too quick.
Slow breaking ball at 68 miles an hour.
Mess your timing up almost every time on it.
Just don't see it that often.
Exactly.
Today's game, very rare.
0-2. 2 on, 3 in. Fly ball, left field, staying in the ballpark. Big inning for the Mariners. They score 3 times and take a 4-1 lead into the 8th. Alex and Eddie, let's go home. Take a look now at our Columbia Bank difference of the game. D. Gordon had 2 strikes on him, man aboard. And well, this happened.
How about a clutch base hit down into the corner? Picks up Kyle Seager, who led the inning off with a double. Kyle sliding into home, and D flying around all the way into third for a triple and an RBI. Go-ahead run for the Mariners.
Segura and Cano would follow with RBIs and make this a 4-1 ball game, and Alex Colomé takes over.
Alex has really pitched well for the Mariners. This will be his 70th appearance on the year. Overall this year, ERA just over 3. 72 strikeouts and 67 innings pitched. He's hitting .226. Fastball at 95 miles an hour, and a cutter 90-91.
Alex Colomé third with 29 holds in the American League. And Jose Alvarado of Tampa Bay with 32 and Chaz Rowe of Tampa Bay with 31. Here we go. Guillermo Heredia in the game now at center field. D. Gordon from center to second. Robbie Cano from second to first. Defensive changes.
Daniel Vogel back out of the game.
And we're starting to close the roof here.
Daniel hit the ball hard a couple of times. Hit it 1 for 3. Got a line drive base hit into center field.
Too much speed, base hit.
Shields, when he is healthy, he is one of the fastest runners in the American League. And Segura doing everything that he can. Bare hand play with something on it first. Turn the lineup over. Profar stepping in, switch hitter.
Profar tonight 1 for 3. Last time up in the 5th, he got a base hit to left. Profar at third tonight. Beltre in the game as the DH. Mariners 39 and 6 when Alex Colomé is in the game. Ground ball, D snags. See if he can get one. Can't get anything. Tough break. Big base hit. Wanted to get that lead runner and then couldn't get the grip when he thought about going to first.
Showing a lot of range. It looked like this was going to be a base hit diving effort, and he was going to throw from his knee and dropped it a couple of times.
Great effort. Can't get any outs, so nobody out. Tying run to the plate. Always dangerous, Rougned Odor.
Colomé in trouble on a couple of infield hits.
Odor 0 for 5 against Alex. Shields and Profar. Excellent speed out there in the base paths. 0-1 here to Odor. Bouncing ball to Cano. He'll feed to Colomé covering. Runners move up with 1 down. Alexandros would be the hitter. Struck out twice. Last time up, he singled to right and later erased in a double play in the 6th. Runners at second and third for the Rangers. Meat of their order up. Stopped by Mike. Alex trying to get himself out of a situation here. 4-1 Mariners. They just put up 3 runs on 4 hits. Doing that damage with 2 outs, bottom 7.
They typically go with that cutter down the bottom of the zone or outside of the strike zone, 90-91 miles an hour.
1-1.
There it is at 92.
Adrian Beltre's on deck. Andrews 1 for 6 against Alex. 1-1. Shapper. Oh, and he got interference.
Yeah,
He's
interference.
out.
Yeah, you have to give him the opportunity to make the play.
Quinn Walcott, third base umpire, emphatic, immediate call. And no beef at all from Wakamatsu. Never even moved. Clearly interference.
Yeah, they will send DeShields back to third. And Profar is out for running into Kyle on a routine play. Wakamatsu out of the dugout. You have to give the infielder, he has the priority here. You have to give him room to make the play. And once he ran into him, that's it. Not sure what Don's going to argue about. That looked like it was a fairly routine play. Kyle didn't do anything at all. And they made the call immediately.
It was really easy call.
Yeah.
5 unassisted. Out number 2. 2 outs. Fielder's choice. Andrews sees a board, brings up Beltre. Runners at first and third now. Swing and a miss.
Right back to the cutter at 91. Been such a good pitch for him this year. His fastball 95, 96. That cutter, there's a lot of swings and misses on it.
On the right field again. Easy play, Haniger. Colomé gets out of a situation. 4-1 Mariners. We go home 8th. Coming up, Denard Span, Kyle Seager, and Guillermo Heredia. 1 as we go bottom 8. On the go, no problem. Mariners are at your fingertips with the Root Sports mobile app. Just download the app and log on with your participating TV provider account info. It's only available to customers whose TV subscription includes Root Sports. Check now to see if your provider is participating. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers with you. Root Sports crew, Brendan Mann, left-hander, takes over here in the 8th.
Fastball at 92 miles an hour. Slider changeup. Just his 7th appearance on the year in 7 1/3. A couple of strikeouts, 4 walks, giving up 1 home run.
Third man out of the pen for the Rangers. Mariners at 8 men to the plate, 3 runs on 4 hits and left 2 in the 7th. Here's Denard Span. First pitch strike. Look out.
And with a breaking ball.
Spans aboard. Man, a rookie. Young man, 6'2", 200. He's out of Tacoma, the Mount Rainier High School. Back in his home territory, he's got Kyle Seager, double left center field. Last time up, 1 for 3. All 1. And yes, Edwin Diaz is heating up at Mariner pen. Magnificent season for that young man. '56 saves for Edwin Diaz.
Kyle Seager with a double his last time up. 1 for 3 runs scored.
All 2 strikes. Span with good speed. He's at first. Kyle behind in the count, 1 and 2. What a save by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Almost NHL quality.
It really was. Quick reaction.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And struck him out on a breaking ball. Second time Kyle's Cade tonight. First time swinging. Stick around after the game. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Brad and Dave coming your way.
Guillermo Heredia will get his first plate appearance. Came into the game to play some defense. He's out in center field. Will hit in Vogelback's spot.
Strike 1 to Guillermo. Already got the start last night in center field. Went 2 for 4, knocked in a run, scored 3 times. Odor over to Andrews, and they turn a double play. And we go to the ninth, and Edwin Diaz with the chance to tie Bobby Thigpen for the second most saves in one season at 57 saves. Frankie Rodriguez with 62 has the single season mark of 62. But listen to the ovation once they see Electric Eddie Sugar coming out of the bullpen here. Big opportunity for him. And this could be a quick lightning strike here the way he's been throwing the ball this year. Fabulous season for Edwin Diaz, and here he comes. .56 saves, third most in a single season. You get a chance to tie Bobby Thigpen for second place with 57. Bobby did it with the 1990 Chicago White Sox.
72 appearances, a 1.99 ERA. Opponents hitting just 159, 121 strikeouts on the year. Yep, upper 90s fastball and a hard slider.
First pitch strike to Nomar Mazara. Diaz does not mess around. And he's quickly ahead. 0-2 with some just ridiculous gas at 98.
Well, when he comes in for the 3-run save, typically he's more aggressive with his fastball. He will use his slider from time to time, but he's going to go right at him. High fastball.
1-2, Mazara, Rua, and Kiner Falefa, 5, 6, and 7 for the Texas Rangers. One-two pitch. Struck him out, one down.
Right at the top of the zone. Nothing but fastballs. Topping out at 98 miles an hour. High target, and he hits it.
Willie Calhoun can pinch it. Assignment this is. Come off the bench cold, knowing you're going to get Diaz, and guess what? There he is in real life too.
Yeah, tough duty.
1-1.
99 miles an hour.
Maybe some of the easiest we've ever seen, right? One pitch. Man. Glad he's wearing Mariner colors. Holy mackerel. Mariners, a 1-2 pitch to Calhoun. He got him!
100 miles an hour, just above the line. Dominating fastball tonight. Not seeing one slider. He has just gone right after him. Another fastball, 100.
Here's Kiner Falefa, the catcher. 2 out, nobody on. First pitch from Eddie D. 0-1. Crowd on its feet. 31,780. 1-0 from Diaz. 2-0. Kiner Falefa. 1 for 3 tonight. Infield hit, bounced into a double play. Fly to center. Diaz ready. Here comes the 2-0. Way outside. All of a sudden he lost. Back to regroup. Rio pitch. There's a strike at 97.
Took a little off to get back in the zone. 97 miles an hour. Guzman waiting on deck. He was starting first baseman for the Rangers last night. He will pinch hit.
This will do it right here. D. Gordon. Oh, it went right through his legs. E4 on a routine play.
He ends up jamming him. It's a routine ground ball to D, and it happens. I will bring up Guzman. He's even on a knee, trying to keep the ball in front of him. And now Gallo has also come out on deck. He will pinch hit next.
A little extra work here. 2 outs. Mariners 4-1. Four runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Mariners. A run on 9 hits, 2 errors for Texas.
14 pitches, 8 strikes. He's topped out at 100 miles an hour. 14 pitches, all of them the fastball.
Down that zone. Guzman, 1 for 4 last night, and what do we got?
Mike couldn't find the baseball.
Yep.
Guzman's trying to say that it hit him. And it did hit him on the foot.
Sure did.
And Don Wakamatsu wants him to take a look at it. Hit him on his back foot. We could see that in the replay.
It's not a good situation because that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
It's another fastball.
Yep.
Yeah. Right off the side of his foot. And with that, Gallo will hit. He's going to hit for DeShields.
Wow, what a quick turn of events. 2 strikeouts and E4 in what should have been a game ender. Now a hit batter. You're going to bring up Joey Gallo, who's the 3rd leading home run hitter in the American League. He's also 3rd in strikeouts in the American League. Gallo 0 for 8 against Diaz.
That did not take long.
Nope.
Well, this would be power versus power.
First pitch going to be really important right here. So what looked like something that might not happen, you got the tying run at the plate after 2 quick strikeouts. First pitch. Ball 1. Pitch to Gallo. 1-1.
For Gallo, you would like to see Diaz, now that he has the strike, elevate the fastball. He is a typical left-handed hitter. He wants the ball down and in.
Count even at 1-1. Gallo the tying run, 2 outs. They play top 9. Slow roller. This could be problematic. It is. Bases are loaded. And you get back to the top of the order in Profar.
Yep, and Profar has some power. Has 20 home runs, no play for D.
Profar
hit.
He's 3 for 4 career against Diaz. 2 outs, bases loaded. Mariners 4-1, top 9. First pitch. Ball 1. It's amazing how that momentum went away. He went 3-1 to Kiner Falefa. Got the ground ball he needed, and D couldn't make the play. Hit batter, now an infield hit, and they're loaded. 1-0. There's a strike. 6-man to the plate. Jurickson Profar. One. Got the corner. Ball and 2 strikes.
And now he's starting to use his slider.
See what he comes back with here. 1-2 to Profar with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitch. Bouncing ball, foul.
Another slider.
Jurickson Profar. 2 hits tonight, 2 for 4. Diaz ahead, 1-2. Bases loaded. Pitch. Fouled back.
99 on the fastball. Trying to get it in on his hands.
Diaz trying to lock it down right here. 1-2 pitch here to Profar. The pitch missed inside. 2-2. Started out with 2 overpowering strikeouts. Now trying to close it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Profar fouled it off again.
Barely getting a piece of the slider. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Quick turn of events gave him the next out. Texas trying to capitalize. Eddie trying to shut him down. The 2-2. Struck him out. Game over. Mariners win it 4-1. 57th save for Diaz, ties Bobby Thigpen for second most in a season in baseball history. Nick Vincent the winner. He's 4-4. The series 2-1 in favor of the Mariners as we head into game number 162. Tomorrow the Mariners have now won 88 games. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Catch you tomorrow for game 162. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Brad and Dave.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. A little maybe unnecessary drama, but Diaz able to get out, striking out the side in the ninth, leaving the bases loaded. And the Mariners get the win in game 3 of the set, 4-1. They get to celebrate. And we get to see some milestones reached tonight. It's Brad, Adam, Dave Valley out here in the pen. We saw Paxton get number 200, strike out 160 innings, both career highs. Diaz saved number 57, Val, tied for second most all-time single season.
And it looked like he was just going to slice right through the Texas Rangers, and all of a sudden you looked up and his bases loaded with them with an opportunity with the go-ahead run up at the plate in Profar, but Eddie gets it done. It's been very rare that he's had events like that throughout this season. He's typically have been so good, but 57 saves, an amazing season for Eddie Diaz.
We gave him our team MVP award in the pregame, and Val, you talked about just how consistent he's been and how he's improved upon last year. And we're going to hear from Eddie Diaz himself, standing by in the dugout with our Jen Mueller.
Oh man, that was a close one. A little bit of drama. What was your challenge right there in the ninth?
You know, I came in the ninth to try to throw a strike, you know, get the 2 men outs, and, you know, I get in trouble a little bit, but, you know, we got the next out and we get the game.
And you make it sound so easy. How do you refocus to get that last strikeout?
You know, I just want to throw my fastball up on the sun, like try to hit swinging, and he's swinging, you know. I just want to try to focus to try to throw a strike, and, you know, he swing the ball, and we got the way.
Yeah, you don't want to let him put the ball in play right there. And, you know, Eddie, your save tonight means that you are tied for the second most saves in a single season in baseball history. Does anything about this year surprise you?
You know, surprised me a lot. You know, my goal was 46 when I came to spring training. You know, I got 57 already. You know, I want to say thank God, you know, and, you know, I worked hard to be here, and, you know, amazing season.
At what point will everything sink in for you, what you've accomplished this year?
You know, my first day, when my first start here in the opening day, you know, when I get that save, you know, I set my mind to help the team to win. We got a great team. You know, every night I came, support everybody, and, you know, they helped me a lot here.
And the fans, I think we're going to send you off with some applause. Congratulations, Edwin Diaz, on tying the second most saves in a single season. The Mariners win again after leading after 8 innings and are in position to take the series tomorrow. Brad.
All right, Jen, thank you. Still undefeated when they do that because of Eddie Diaz slamming the door, Val. He's done all season long, 57 out of 61. And you talked the pregame about how he's improved. How has he improved from last year? More consistency?
Well, when you think about what he did last year, right, we saw in spurts that this guy was going to be very special, but there was times when he didn't have that great command and he was walking guys and kind of creating trouble on his own. But this year, he has been so good. His strikeout to walk ratio has been amazing. 121 strikeouts to just 17 walks. That's what you want from a closer. If you're a manager, the last thing you want to see is your closer walk that first guy and you're going, oh no, here we go. It has not been like that with Eddie. Today we saw some errors. We saw a very soft ground ball for another base hit. But other than that, he has been absolutely phenomenal with the command of his fastball, number one, and also with that slider. It's just been absolutely wipeout all season long.
Yeah, he's throwing 100 on the corners. I mean, he's been fun to watch all season long. One of the best seasons for a closer in Major League history. Eddie, we thank you for the year. Nice job tonight. Save number 57. You worked a little bit for it, but you still get the smile after striking out the side. We're going to go inside the clubhouse, talk to James Paxton about some of the milestones he's reached. And wrap up this one. Mariners win at 4-1. Keep it here, Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines.